Okay, so adverbs of frequency. What is an adverb? What does an adverb do?
Something that describes a verb.
Yeah, so adverbs describe verbs. Adjectives describe nouns. Okay, so that's not what we're talking about today. So we're talking about words that describe verbs, and specifically we're talking about adverbs that talk about how frequently some happen, okay? So I think our most common one is siempre. ¿Qué significa siempre? ¿Qué significa siempre? Always. Good. Most frequently, we will have subject, and then siempre, and then your verb. So it'll look something like this. Yo, and remember your subjects are optional, so you don't have to put it there. You can state it or not. But yo siempre trabajo. Oops, I want a different color. Trabajo. It does have some other options. You could also say something like siempre yo trabajo and put it before everything. But I think the most common one is right here with siempre there. What would the opposite of siempre be? Nunca. Nunca. ¿Qué significa nunca?
Never.
Never. Good. It's going to go in the same place. So we might have something like this. Yo copio. What do you think copiar means? Copy. You would never do that. Yo nunca copio. It's a negative, so what it does is it makes that verb negative, right? So that's why it has to go there. So these two, pretty locked in. There are some other like smaller rules where you can put them here or there, but I think 90% of the time these guys are going to go in these two slots, so we'll worry about that. Next, we have mucho, and we have mucho as an adverb, remember? So this is mucho as describing a verb. So this isn't mucho as describing a noun. That would be an adjective, so that would be like I have many things, or I have many friends, or I have much money. So that's a different thing that has to agree with the noun, but that's because it's an adjective. But here we're talking about mucho as an adverb, so it doesn't change. It's always going to be mucho. You're never going to see muchas or muchos when it's the adverb. And mucho, when it's the adverb, means a lot. Talking about how often you do something for the most part, right? So, and that one has to come after your verb. So that one's going to go like this. It'll go subject, verb, and then you're going to have your mucho. Okay? So you would say, for example, yo estudio el español mucho. Okay? So estudio español, that whole thing is your predicate, your verb part. So mucho is going to come after that. Estudio el español mucho. And that's saying that the a lot is how often, how frequently you study. And then we have a couple that can kind of go here or there. So we have quite a few that can come before or after. These have some leeway. So these are things like muchas veces. Literally it means many times, but it's going to end up looking again like a lot or often, right? Lots, maybe. We have the phrase de vez en cuando, which is from time to time. have a phrase, this one, a menudo, which means often. This other is important. It's part of that phrase. Because menudo without the a in front of it, el menudo, when you put an article in front of it, el menudo is a soup made with tripe. Stomach lining soup. Delicious. And then we have todos, los, whatever, oops, or todas, las, whatever. Todos means all. So todos los means all of the. So you might have something like the word day. Oddly enough, it's el dia. El dia. It didn't come from Latin, it came from somewhere else. So even though it ends in an A, it's a masculine word. So if we wanted to say all the days, it's going to be todos los días. If you want to say all the mornings, mañanas. Mañana. Not tomorrow, but morning. That's a feminine word. So todas las mañanas. So if I want to say every morning or all the mornings, I'm late. Todas las mañanas. Or we know some days of the week. So we have el sábado is masculine. So if we want to say on Saturdays, we could say todos los sábados. So you just need to pick todos los or todas las depending on this next word there. Okay? So those guys can go before or after. You have total option. There's not a lot of rules about those. So those would look something like this. Oops, that's an eraser. Todas las mañanas yo llego tarde. Oh no. All the mornings I arrive late. But you could also say yo llego tarde todas las mañanas. So very correct either after or before with these guys.